to my Wednesday live stream. I had some technical difficulty with connecting StreamYard. I don't know, something's gone funky with. I've never done it off of a phone before, and this was a short trip, so I didn't want to lug all of my computer and all that bullshit here. So I decided just to freestyle it, and well, StreamYard's not letting me be the host for some reason. I don't know what the problem is, but that's all right. I'll kick it over to Joel after I'm done, and he'll fix it. He always does. So anyway, welcome back. Thank y'all for tuning in. Um, it's great to see everybody. Of course, I'm here in Tampa for a couple of days with a little work business business pleasure trip. Um, but I still wanted to do the live stream, even if I come on for 20, 30 minutes. And I really don't know how to do much on this phone as far as being live, but it is what it is. So we're going to go with it here. And next Wednesday, I'll be home and we'll get it right. So there was the title of the video is going to be Vacationing as a Busy Man. Is anybody who knows me, if you're familiar with my work, I am busy. I'm constantly on the go between running a business, my brand, my Proud Masculine brand, a trainer, the training I do on my own. It's like from the time I get up to the time I go to bed, which is usually pretty late, I'm busy. And I'll tell you the truth, I got caught up in this trap of work, 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 which is okay, which is good. You're supposed to work hard, but there are other components and ingredients that add to that actually make you being a busy man and getting the results you want more productive, optimizing the process. And so one of the key things, and I see this a lot and I practice it, find something meaningful to you or something that you do well to monetize that you enjoy doing. And I just happen everything that I do to earn money. I love doing. I love being a contractor. I love putting my hands on things. I love the process of tearing down, rebuild, or a brand new build, some start to finish. Like I love the process of doing that, and I like the results. And it's something I've always loved to do is work with my hands. And I wanted to find a way to do it where I can make a good living, but still be able to do the work. So I opened my own business about 2 years ago, and it's been great. It's been challenging. I've had some good ups and some big downs, but I learned something from everything I've done and everything I do. And that's the key. Next thing with my personal training, I mean, I keep a small group of clientele, some regular guys I've been working with for a few years, and that's about it. But I still love to do it because I love to train men. I love to see the process. I love watching a man come in, then starting at ground zero, barely any fitness experience, skinny fat, and a little chubby in the wrong places, weak, and to see the metamorphosis that occurs that I'm guiding. I'm guiding. I'm leading this man on his physical transformation journey. And to get to see the results over time, month after month after month, and see him get stronger, more confident, to see them applying. And, if there's one thing about my philosophy, which is the main thing, when I speak to men who call for coaching or in a jam, whether it's after a breakup or they're just a little lost in life and they're not sure which direction to take, but they know they're not where they want to be. I tell every single guy the first thing everything needs to be worked on. We need to work on the physical, mental, spiritual, financial, social, hit these key points. But your starting point, the springboard through this process and into greater things, is the physical. And I'll tell you why. Because, I think, especially in today's day and age, we're so used to instant results. You'll see the advertisements, make 20,000 a month selling goods off of Alibaba, and drop ship and this, and everybody's looking for that immediate quick fix, and it's just not realistic. I'm not saying there aren't exceptions where somebody bucks out and falls face first into something, but that's the exception. That's not the norm. That's not the process. And if you go back and track any successful person in today's day and age, they've all started from ground zero and had to learn the process to come through and to experience growth through the process, through the failures, repeat the successes, study the failure. Don't take the failure as the end. Just take it as another learning opportunity, a stepping stone. It may have been a step down, but you're going to come back up, but you still have a place to step forward, failing forward. You know, I've said that before. This is nothing new. So when you apply the same principles that are applied to a physical transformation, the commitment, the discipline, consistency, the perseverance. I did a whole video on perseverance, persevering, remaining consistent, disciplined, committed. If you take those steps, there's nothing you cannot succeed at. There's nothing you cannot succeed at. And sometimes it looks messy. Sometimes it feels like you're just stumbling forward, but it's still forward. It's still progress. It's taking the action and being committed to taking that action for the result. But being able to remain consistent and disciplined through the process before you see the result. That's just having faith in the process. Trust the process. I'm sure everybody's heard that over and over. Trusting the process. And what'll happen is over time, as you left foot, right foot, chop wood, carry water, doing the basics over and over, repeating them, you're starting to move forward and up, forward and up. And the physical transformation journey takes months to see results. Takes months. And you got to develop these habits. You got to go when you're absolutely fucking dog tired, don't feel like going. Um, Good weather, bad weather, anything in between, no exceptions. No cancel in the gym because your girl wants you to stay and snuggle on the sofa for 5 more minutes. And no, discipline, consistent, and persevere through the hard times because you get sore. You have peaks and valleys in training. One weekend there, you're maxing out heavy. You're 10 pounds heavier than you were last week, and you're feeling like $1,000,000. Next week, you're dragging ass in there. You didn't eat right. You didn't drink enough water. You're weak. Push through. Do it anyway. That's the perseverance. Showing up. And months later, when you begin to see the results, that's the result of the consistency, the discipline, and the commitment to the process and trusting the process. Because just like with anything else, going to the gym and working out, you don't go in on Monday and then Tuesday you got a six pack and 16-inch arms and a big V taper on your back. That's not how it happens. You've got to put in months of work committed to rest, diet, training, rest, diet, training. Having all those three components are, pretty much the lifeblood of training and a physical transformation. But how it applies is you get to see a tangible result in a few months. And the more consistent and the harder you push and the cleaner you eat and getting that proper rest is when you begin to see the result. This is when you start getting the results because you applied yourself. So as you go and apply that, the consistency, discipline, perseverance, and over time, you get a result. So I always start with the physical first, just so they can prove to themselves, so they can look back. And we work on other stuff along the way through the process. But that's the first thing and foremost, because then that brings about the evidence of change. It's I get evidence, like I get a tangible result that reflects back to me some real-time feedback that if I do this, I get a result. And the result from the training is you look better, you feel better, you think better, and it takes time. So you apply that to anything else in life, through your business, through your um, the social aspect, business, you get the same result. It's success. And that's what it takes. So through the process of opening a business, I've always had the ability to go, and figure it out. I've never owned a construction business. I've done the work, not even all of it. So I just jumped in and started doing it. And where I've seen other people and catch myself slipping up is I think of it as the recipe for success is hard work. Work, 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 work. Never stop. 7 days a week. You're on call, obviously. Well, I have done construction jobs overnight on night shifts and a functioning office where I had to put in addition. But typically, you're not going to be working 24 hours a day, but you got to be available 24/7. That's your baby now. And, I did the other stuff right, the training, eating right for the most part. Uh, I have my moments. And there's one huge component that I left out, and this is something that was ingrained in me since childhood, is the rest and relaxation, the recovery, the recoup, the rejuvenation. And this is why it is absolutely necessary to include that. And I took this little vacation, even though I'm still working, still something to do with work. I'm taking time to enjoy myself, turn the phone off, told clients, look, I'm out for a couple of days. I'm not going to be back. I'll be available when I fly back in Friday and pick it up there. Just putting everything aside for right now, except for what's going on in the moment, enjoying the downtime, the recovery time. It's necessary. And what I found is not only does it work, it improves and enhances the production because I'm fresh, because I'm clear. And that's so important that a lot of people, tend to leave out. Now, in the very beginning, obviously, you're not going to be taking week-long vacations 2 months into starting a business. That's just not feasible and practical. And it's a grind. It was a grind for a good year and a half. And what happens is inevitably you're going to burn out. You can't burn a candle at both ends forever. And your body, your mental and physical state, and even your emotional will demand the rest it needs when you've absolutely run the tank to E. So, but instead of fighting it and thinking that's the only way to do it, get proactive about it. Be involved in the production process. Like be involved in your life and your recovery. You're responsible for all these things, and it's just as important as showing up, doing good work for your clients, staying busy, consistently busy, scheduling, communication, all of these characteristics that contribute to a successful business. Your overall quality of life will go up if you inject recovery, rest, recovery, relaxation time. It's necessary. And I never really knew just how important it was till 6 months ago, maybe. I thought it was just balls to the wall. And that's it. Go wide open, and things are going to start coming. Well, what happens is uh, that burnout comes. Then you can't do anything. Then you're useless to everybody. And not only have you burned yourself out, you're threatening potential opportunities because you're not available. Real burnout is you just physically, mentally, and emotionally spent, where you're not going to function efficiently. You might still be able to go and show up, but you're going to be confused, you're going to be tired, you're going to be aggravated and frustrated. Nothing's going to make sense. You can't think clearly. You feel drained. Um, you make mistakes, prone to make more mistakes. Rather than commit that day to milking that day for everything you can, every ounce of productivity you can to produce a positive result, to make some progress. Then in that day, also schedule some time to just shut down, unplug, turn off, and just rest. I like to start with a meditation. What's been uh, my go-to is at the end of a workday, phone goes off. No calls in, no calls out. Hot Epsom salt bath, and just sit and and let and that's the time I take to reflect on the day and kind of take an inventory of what did I do today? What did I do good? What could I have done better? Where do I have to, where's some edges I have to smooth over? And that's just one small example. But then within that time that you take every day, every so often, however you do it is every quarter, every 3 months, every 6 months, schedule some time to be out of your environment, out of your way, out of everybody's way where you're unreachable and inaccessible to anyone except yourself. And if you're with somebody, her. And that's it. And be present in that moment. Let the other stuff go. It'll be there waiting for you when you get back. I promise you. And not only is it going to be there waiting, you're going to be better than when you left because you took that time for yourself. Even the hardest working, most ambitious men on this planet do that. They take vacations, they take downtime. It's necessary. And I'm telling you this because I didn't think that. I didn't believe that. I didn't believe a go getter on a grind. It, no, you go, go, go. Work now, rest later. Well, if you're not intentionally putting time for rest and recovery and relaxation into your schedule, you're missing it because it's not even going to come to the forefront until it's too late. Till you find it hard getting out of bed and you can't think straight. You're burnt out. You really don't feel like, oh, man, that's burnout and it will happen. And it takes years off of your progress in your life. It sets you further back than it's put you ahead by putting all that time in, running yourself into the ground. And, I've had experiences in the past where I would go on a vacation. I'd just be thinking about work the whole time. Wasn't even there. I'd just as soon been at work. You know, my ex and I together, and she's like, What's wrong? You look worried." I'm like, "Oh, no, no, I'm not worried." And she knew there was something, like I wasn't there. I wasn't present. I wasn't being in the moment. And that kind of puts a damper on things. It ruins the experience. Why am I going to take the time to go give myself an opportunity to be with the person that I love or care about or I'm with at the time, give them my full attention, and then I leave everything behind physically, but mentally, I'm bringing it with me on vacation, checking my phone, answering clients, you know, uh, worried about the completion date of something, or is this going to be lined up by the time I get, all these unnecessary things. And that's just another thing that I learned through experience the hard way. And I never really had anybody to say, demand some downtime for yourself, from yourself. Growing up, like if I wanted to do something fun, I was chastised, I was criticized. Like, what are you doing? It's not time for that yet. You got a lot of work to do. Work first. When all the work's done, then you play. Well, guess what? That's impossible. The work's never done. The work will always be there. What's not going to be there are the quality years of your life and the quality times in life that you spend doing the things that you really enjoy, that fulfill you outside of your purpose, you live in, and it robs you of, oh no, it's the quality time that you spend with others is limited. You're not guaranteed every day. We're not guaranteed to wake up every day. You know, that's one certainty is how uncertain life is. And it's not guaranteed that you're going to wake up and have an opportunity to do that again. So, and at the end of the day, after the experience, it brings so much back to me to be able to refill my cup in that area that it just pays dividends. It just ripples into the rest of my life and it makes me a better person, a better man for everything I'm doing and everybody who's in my life. It's important. Very undervalued, definitely not talked about nearly enough. And that's a shame. And you know, obviously this is one of the things I wish I'd have known sooner because I would have taken more time to enjoy myself and go on trips and unplug and have downtime. You know, there is a time for work, but there's also a time for play. I'm not recommending you play around all the time, but make time to play around. It seems counterintuitive. Like, how is taking time away from your purpose and your living going to contribute? How is it going to add to that? But it does. Because not only does it allow you time to recover physically and mentally, it gives the things that you're working on time to catch up mentally. Because as you learn in something, you take a little bit each day. It's like a lagging effect. When you're going to do it and try to do it better and better, but it just doesn't happen. But over time, the things that you practiced weeks ago seem to be showing up a little easier, increasingly easier as you go along. And when you shut your mind down and let it filter out all that stuff going on and trying to cram and force things into it, if you make a little space and a little room for those things to catch up mentally, they tend to stick better, and it's a more quality and deeper understanding. So yeah, make time to rest. It's important. And you know, I preach this even to my clients, my training clients, that work, diet, rest, work, diet, rest. That's what you got to do to be successful in fitness. And I also recommend making that a lifestyle fitness. I don't mean to say it as, you know, we working out to go train for a specific thing. Make that a part of your life. Like, adopt that lifestyle. Don't say, I go to the gym, just I'm fitness conscious, or that's just part of my identity. That's a lifestyle I've adopted. And that also makes things easier for me. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. Drop in real quick. I know this is usually my night and time. I'm a little earlier today when I'm at home and I get to sit down and talk about something. And Joel and I, my editor and podcast partner, we're just talking about a theme for the upcoming live stream because I told him I still wanted to do a little something. And he's like, vacation is a busy man. It's perfect. Fits well. So thank you everybody for coming in. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, comment, leave some comments, help me out here. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, hit that notification bell so when I do go live or post other content, you can get it immediately. And obviously, the more interaction, the higher up I go in the algorithm, the more it gets seen, the more the message is passed on to people who need to hear it. You know, I know today was a little bit looser subject, and we're usually getting into something that seems a little more deeper and has, you know, more meaning. But this is meaningful. Having rest and recovery is an important component to success in life. Um, I was always used to be so envious of people who did it so easily. I have a dear friend of mine. This dude travels all the time. Now he intermingles business travel and pleasure, but he does it, and he's in great shape, very successful, got a great mindset, great attitude, and he attributes that to making these times to enjoy himself and enjoy his life that he works hard for. And then that's okay. It's okay to enjoy that. And it's okay to enjoy it and do it while you're building. It doesn't have to be a constant stressful grind all the time. You've got to take steps back, enjoy a little bit of it, even if it's because so you can get a little taste of what success feels like. Part of success is in being able to enjoy what you're working hard for. And that's so important. And I'm glad I figured it out. And I hope you do. So if you like this video, hit that like button, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And besides the content being put out during the week, throughout the week, I'll see y'all next Wednesday night. It'll be me and Joel again. Peace out.